So this guitar, I guess the story of this guitar doesn't even start with just the guitar. So I started writing music on piano about 5 or 6 years ago, and that was my main mode of being. I was comfortable with it. I've been playing piano since I was a little kid, playing by ear mostly. And when I got to college, I didn't have a car, still don't. And it was also, I was in a place of kind of finding my style, and what was difficult about piano is if you don't have a car, you can't play on the same piano every time. So I'd go to a venue and their piano would be out of key, would have a different timbre, the weight would be different, all these different variables. So I'm having to adjust to it when I just wanted to explore me. So my senior year of college, I had finally made the decision that I really was going to develop my own style and start taking creative risks. And the first thing was exploring new instruments, number one. Number two, finding something consistent that I could work with. So I literally said one day in my room, I was like, I'm gonna learn guitar. Nobody heard this, no one was around. I was just like to myself, I'm gonna do this. And then my friend Austin Jenckes, he and I started hanging out way more, and I ended up playing one of his guitars one day, and we were just messing around at his place, and he's like, you sound really good on guitar, you should consider doing this. And I was like, sign number two, I've said it, you're saying I should do it. Okay, let's peter it out a little bit. What really got me started with songwriting was finding ways to process the world around me, and what that led to was a lot of songs about the environment around me, but not necessarily about me. And in college, this was big transformative time, those early 20s. A lot of people around me were in a place where they're like, I'm gonna discover myself and how I relate to my surroundings. And I was in that same place. So music helped me process in a way where for me, I didn't have to tell everyone exactly it was me going through these things, but I could still say it and just get that out. And then also have people connect with what was being said, because it's like everybody needs that release, you know? And it's my way of telling a little story about myself while helping other people process what they're going through or what they could be going through. And so there's like two sides of me. There's the lyric writer, and the lyric writer always wants to write about the life of this microphone or the life of, you know, that light, whatever. And then the sound engineer, producer side of me completely gets enthralled with, this kick drum makes me feel like I want to go running. Now I have to build a song that makes you feel like you have to go running. And it has nothing to do with a particular story, but I want to make music that's emotive. Like if I can capture that feeling in sound, I love doing that. Well, the mouth trumpet in particular, I was trying to get toothpaste off of my mouth one day going and just like started messing with it, and I was like, I gotta use this someday. That was like 2 years before I actually used it, too afraid. And then I heard a guy named Raul Midon. Have you heard of him? Raul Midon, I heard him do the mouth trumpet in one of his songs, and it was one of the best freestyle trumpet solos I'd ever heard. It was a song called State of Mind. And I'm like, I gotta do this. Another guy named Bobby McFerrin, he does all sorts of crazy things with his mouth. And as a solo performer, it's kind of a necessity. You go to see, you know, singer, songwriter, guitar player, and what they do is they play their song on the guitar and they sing. That's it. There's no show to it sometimes. So I was like, I'm gonna incorporate beatboxing, mouth trumpet, anything I can do to make this stage feel as full as possible, because it's just me. There are like 500 to 1,000 of you and me. So I've got to be bigger than life. And I'm still learning a ton. I mean, since Barbizon and since I was 18, I've grown a ton and I've learned a lot, and I've got a long way to go. I feel like this is this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. I'm in a helicopter looking at the iceberg going, lower me! You know, like, I'm not even there yet, but I'm excited. And I woke up one morning and I usually wake up before my partner, and I just saw her lying there, and it was the most joyous thing I'd ever seen. And it just made me think of like all the small things in life, like someone sleeping and breathing makes you happy. I didn't need a trip anywhere. I didn't need to make more money at my job. I didn't need anything special. I just needed to see her in the morning so I could get through the rest of the day. That was it. So I ended up writing Sleeping Beauty in honor of her and that moment. And hopefully finding a way to, you know, show other people that it's really important to just have those moments, and also to talk about a super intimate moment without sexualizing it. You talk about anything in bed in a song, and for some reason people go, it's sexual. It's like, no, she's sleeping, I'm happy. And then also like finding a way to not make it creepy. That could have gone, you know, you write that lyric the wrong way and it's like, I was watching her sleep. You know, like it could be the creepiest thing ever. But it was like, no, two people happy, completely trusting, wonderfully safe environment, and it touches on healthy relationships and being able to do that. And, you know, like wanting to grow old together and just have that repeated reminder of how important this person is to you. Yeah. And something I fear with music is that I can't say all that in a song. Or if, you know, like, only John Mayer does that. So I wrote this song and blah, 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 blah. And then you get to the song. Or the Kings of Leon. I wrote this for my friend Jeff. You know, like, but a lot of that gets lost. So one thing I'm working on with songs is like, how do you pack it all in without packing it all in? It was hard. It's like writing a freaking haiku, but a 3-minute haiku or a 4-minute haiku.
So I trace the lines over your cheek and kiss your forehead so tenderly as you breathe in deep.
My name is Sheldon Botler, and I just want to say thank you all for supporting me, and I promise not to let you guys down.